Hello, everybody. It is March 24. Coming at you live from Austin, Texas, from the news media organization Bizarre Magic, in association with Diamond Club and not having a memory card. It's the Night Attack Preshow. Hello, everybody. Woo. Hello, everybody. Been a bit of a day. If you were here watching us live here at Twitch.tv/Night Attack, you're probably watching what was probably close to 6.5 or 7 hours of Brian playing Half-Life Alyx. And hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see, what else is going here? What else is going on? A lot of people on the roads. A lot of people on the roads. A lot of people on the streets. Like I drove out here. I drive a little bit out of here. It's a little bit of a drive for me out here, and a surprise. I saw certainly more people like on the sidewalks than say yesterday, and a good number of people on the streets, or a good number of cars on this. Good number of cars on the road. So, thank you all for joining us here. Hope you enjoy it. We got a game coming up on the show. Brian and Justin, as before. And yeah, we'll try to have some good stuff there. For people who are watching live and are telling me in the chat that the various network issues are going on, yes, there's a lot of network congestion out there. Everyone is on their Netflix and on their Hulu. We cannot control. We switch servers. It seems like we're on a better server, but if there's a picnic, please let us know. But we're not changing anything. We're not changing anything else. We're just going to keep the recording going so that we have a good recording for everybody. And we will not be stopping everything and changing to a different website. I can certainly tell you that right now, so we can nip that joke in the bud. Thank you very much. How is everybody doing here, March 24, 2020? I wanted to do a little bit of a segment here in the pre-show, just with the people who are here. That's you guys. Last week we did a show called Lost in Translation Party, which was which was not the game that we thought it was when it was not the formally titled game that people in the chat made it out to be. The shamefully named game from the past. It was not that. In fact, it almost might have been Lost in Translation Party when we did it last time. But no, please stop writing it in the chat, actually please stop writing it in the chat, please. Okay, because that's not what that game was called. Okay, but we did Lost in Translation Party last week, and we had a bunch of them that we didn't get to. So we're gonna do a little. I'm actually going to start doing timeouts if you keep typing it, everybody. So just heads up for that. We got a few of these Lost in Translation parties that we did not do last week, and I'm going to do a little bit of a home game. I'm doing a little bit of a home game for all of the listeners here live and in chat. So I'm going to give you some of the translated outputs from Translation Party. If you missed it last week, A, go listen to last week's episode, and B, basically, we put in a cultural phrase into Translation Party, and it translates it back and forth from English to Japanese, and then back to English, and it keeps doing that until it gets the same result over and over again, and then that's what it outputs. So I'm going to give you the output there, and people in the chat, so let me know if you can figure this out. Let's just be free for all. Just keep guessing as much as you can, and we will do that. All right. Here's one that we did, or here's one we didn't do, and these are all outtakes. These are all rejects from the game. A very easy one here. Gorbachev, the fall of the Berlin Wall. Gorbachev, comma, the fall of the Berlin Wall. So hopefully everyone has gotten this immediately. Hopefully everyone knows immediately what this is. In fact, people know it so much. We've got one, Justin Robert Young, calling in to really tell us, to really give us the straight poop, really bring home the at-home game experience we are doing here live on the stream as we both try to find. Yeah. Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Yo, what's going on, my man? What's up?
We're doing the at-home game here. We're doing a little special site. I feel like every week I keep saying, oh, we'll do outtakes or unused questions in the after show, and we never do it.
Sometimes we do.
Sometimes we do it, but certainly
I think
I've had a bad hit record lately. I'll say that.
It's harder with guests. We've had a lot of guests lately, and usually when the guests are there, then it winds up becoming, because we do a tighter show than we used to.
Yeah.
Whereas like the guest comes on now, and it's like plug. How you doing? How's the family? Boom, into the game. Where normally we would get a little bit of like banter, which I like it better the way we do it now. But that means that by the time we get to the after show, then it's like, man, it's really the first time for banner. But so now you are doing it in the pre-show, so folks can get a sense of it.
Yeah, doing a little bit here. Let remind everybody what happened last week, and encourage them to go and listen to last week's episode. So the first one, very easy one. We're doing Lost in Translation Party, as you remember. Yeah. The first outtake is Gorbachev, comma, the fall of the Berlin Wall. Obviously.
Wait, what was this again? It was just sayings?
Yeah, they're cultural or historical sayings that were run through.
Yeah. So this would be Mr. Gorbachev, bring down that wall, or bring down this wall.
Tear down this wall. That's one of those things where we didn't get into it much in the game, but it is a semantics, a very semantics heavy game.
Yeah, right. Like there's always the little.
You got to get the important words right.
Brian, here's getting hard ass about fucking. What's it called? Go ahead, make my day.
Oh, yeah. All right, here's another easy one. Small step for the leap of the human male.
I would say that's probably one small step for man, giant leap for mankind. Remember just the first part?
Well, it's now this is where I think I would get on the answer here. That's one small step for a man. One giant leap for mankind. In fact, that's the hint for this one. People mistakenly forget that there's the word a in this quote. One small step for a man.
You want to know why I think people don't get that one exactly right?
Why?
Probably because a man was walking on the fucking moon. People were just more enamored with the fact that there was a man walking on the moon. He could have said like, oops, I shit myself. I got shit in my suit. My fucking gloves are full with my own shit. And we'd be all like, oh, remember that time he walked on the moon? That was crazy.
Yeah. Well, in any case. There you go. They got that one. Got that one easy. Made it look easy. How about this one? This is a little tougher. All
right, go ahead.
You're thinking, what the hell? You're thinking, what the hell?
What the hell?
You're thinking, what the hell? In fact, there was a hint for this one. You remember these had hints.
Oh, by the way, I think our stream is janked.
We're just pushing through. Everyone is having network troubles tonight.
Is this just like a Twitch-wide
on
thing?
Twitch, on our side, we're just pushing on through tonight. That's okay. The Bryce Castillo stance for sure. No,
I know. I've had the same. I've had problems for the last couple times where in the morning I'll be at 13 up, more than enough, more than what I need to do a regular stream, right?
Yeah.
And almost right at 10:30, it 2 or 3 up. Mm-hmm. It's like I wonder whether or not that is just like a deliberate business throttling.
Maybe, because like our network is also like not where it should be right now, even after rebooting a bunch of stuff. Red Niagara, no, we're not just stopping everything again and doing it. Yeah, again, we are the ship is flying, and we are going to fly it straight. Yeah, okay. So one more time. You're thinking, what the hell is the quote?
JC Calhoun, the 5 people on Mixer haven't had any problems.
Oh,
Well, good for them. Good for them. I'll bet you can load your Queebies at fucking record speed. What the hell? I said, what the hell?
You're thinking, what the hell? I'll give you a hint here. This idiom won't buy you a piece of candy anymore.
Oh.
You're thinking, what the hell?
Lie on you, Satan. Thee are not my master.
Oh, that's close. That's close.
Yeah. That was Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross did say that is actually the thing.
That's actually on the inside of the first American flag. You have to rip it open, but on the inside. That was her shit. She loved it saying that.
So her first American flag was also two-sided. Was a 2-ply flag.
Up-sided flag, but if you ever get your hands on it, do yourself a favor and rip it open like a bag of chips so you can read "Fie on you, Satan, you are not my master," which she actually had. That was the first tramp stamp.
Betsy Ross, the American tramp.
Betsy Ross, freak, dude, freak. Oh my god.
No, this one was changed a lot. This one was pretty tough. This was penny for your thoughts. Penny for your thoughts. Oh, tough. Yeah. See, and then
what was the translation?
You're thinking, what the hell?
All right. Yeah. Then get out of here.
Look, man, they are not winners. They are losers. We're playing the losers version of the game.
These are the losers round. Hey, Rock and Roll Martian, thank you.
Thank you, Rock and Roll Martian. Here's one. We live in a microwave society.
Ooh. We live in a society.
That's it.
Fucking gamer joker.
That's right. I thought it would be because this would have been one of the final or maybe the final question, and it would have been kind of a fake out, like microwave. What could it? All right, here's the last one. Here's the last one for this play at home section.
Let's do it.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
Let's eat.
Give me the clue.
This historical quote is dubiously attributed to the last great princess of Versailles, Marie Antoinette. That's a very strong hint.
Let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake. That's it. That's the play at home game.
What do you think she really said? She just give me some cake. And then people made it into a thing?
Well, the Wikipedia goes into a lot of detail of who possibly may have said it.
Someone said that shit, but it just became... Because, obviously, no one's looking it up on WikiSounds, no one's digging up those old deleted IG stories. You just got to go with whatever the mob rule says, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because the Wikipedia goes into it, because let them eat cake is a very tone deaf quote, right? It is very much just they don't have bread, let them eat. It's supposed to be out of touch, and Marie Antoinette was supposedly very in touch with the working class.
The fact that there was a burgeoning revolution that threatened her life.
Yeah.
I'd probably keep tabs on that too. I'd have a Google alert if there were a burgeoning revolution that threatened my life. Yeah, I would.
Yeah. We got a good game today, though.
Oh, okay. So I had a dumb punch out.
Oh, okay.
In case we need it.
Sorry, I should have followed up in that text, but I did end up.
I figured no matter what, it would probably help for me to come up with a dumb punch out anyway, just in case, maybe we do another episode this week or as things go, so push comes to shove, it wouldn't hurt to have that, and so we did.
Yeah. Okay, killer. Well, yeah, we got a great new game from Jason, so that's exciting. This will be a fun one.
Toilet Bug says its origin is a rip on the poor.
Right.
Well, sure, yeah, but it's supposed to be more along the lines of it's a banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10. Right. It's more it's more it's oh well, if I were out of bread, I'd just eat cake.
Just eat my cake.
why don't you just give them the cake that they've been saving like we all have here in the palace? That's how I always understood it. It wasn't like, fuck them, let them eat cake. It was more like, oh,
Just
like,
go eat your cake now. Yeah.
as is normal, right? Because that was the strata.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what famous political figure you were talking about, and then I realized you meant quite literally Marie Antoinette.
Well,
Lame.
likely
Wait,
not Marie Antoinette.
correct. Almost certainly a made-up story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or certainly not attributable to her. But yeah, so that's a pro gamer Brian A. Brushwood joining us live on the stream.
Holy shit, pro strem today.
Were you going
God.
6 hours straight? That's a long time to have VR on your head.
Yeah. I think was it?
It must have been 6.5 hours.
Let me see. I think it was more than that. Let me see.
He started right before I ended. I end noon Pacific time, so that's 2:00 your time. So and
it's
literally
8:30.
as I called him to do the whatever pre-show we were gonna do,
Mhm.
Yeah, we spoke at
he was still on the fucking air.
we spoke at 1:20. Yeah.
Blaze it.
120 blaze it
Blaze it.
responsibly
Yeah.
with on a corn chuck pipe.
Yeah, guys, I like the idea. Somebody or VZ put it up. He retweeted somebody. It said that this time in our lives should just be renamed Couchella, and that by the end of it, we should all make our own little festival lineup of like your headliners and then like the little bands that dotted out your personal Couchella. In fact, I should really just start writing it down and then just go to Upwork and get that made. Like, or I'm sure there might be templates.
Mhm.
But right now, I'm telling you, at least in this apartment, dual headliners, Animal Crossing and Tiger King.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm. Did
I'm
you
really
start
excited to try Tiger King.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I'm excited to talk to literally everybody about fucking Tiger King. It is one of the, like, I just got to another episode last night where it's like there's not an episode that doesn't have a moment in which you're like, what the fuck just like it's not creeping or weird. Like, these are just fucking like big, side of the head, knock your fucking tongue loose shots. It is so good. I was hearing another podcast talk about it today, but the most normal person in the show is a guy who apparently was one of the models for Scarface, drug dealer, like one of those like 80s Miami coke dealer, taking big sacks of money into the fucking banks so they can count it out on private counters and stuff like that. He got 100 years in prison for drug trafficking and being present to the murder and dismemberment of a federal informant. He served 13 years. And
Wow.
he is by far the most normal person in this entire fucking documentary. He's the guy that you're like, yeah, I can hang out with him. I mean, he seems like a normal enough guy.
Holy shit.
Wowzers.
Dude, I can't wait.
So how is Alex? Do you have a sense of how far in that game you are?
It feels like I'm maybe halfway. Let me put it this way. I am 7 hours in, and I have unlocked 2 weapons.
Whoa, Jesus.
So if you've and also I'm on the level called super weapon. So I haven't even gotten an automatic gun yet.
Wow.
They are stingy on that ammo. It's bonkers.
Very cool.
Is that our upload that is lousy for a Bobo Cube, or
Everyone is having trouble tonight, so we're just flying the ship, and
really?
we've got our good recording. So
huh.
yeah, between Twitch getting I'm sure hammered, and Austin getting hammered, and all the ingest servers getting hammered, We are just we're gonna make a very good recording, and hopefully everybody can hear us the entire time.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah. I noticed when because I tune in just for a brief spits and spats of the Alex stream, and it would be weird. Like I would tune in 1 hour and it would be kind of starty stoppy, and then the next hour would be just fine. So,
Wow.
I think it's just everyone's
Twitch
online.
is burning to the ground just under the load, I guess.
Yeah, it's a real monkey's paw situation.
Yeah. I want everybody to watch Twitch. Everybody's watching Twitch.
Yeah, it's crazy because even my internet's fluctuated. I was joking with Bryce that it's like you saw on Friday, Brian, when I was trying to stream and I couldn't. My internet just drops at about 10:30 every day. It goes from like 13 up to 3.
It sounds a little bit like that. Remember that haunted Time Warner cable thing where just once a day, or I guess it would be like once every 4 hours or so, just everything would full on drop, totally shit the bed, and that's the end of it. And then it would start up and work for another 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm running the speed test now, but I mean my download's 328. So that's more than enough for government work. Yeah. Now we're up to 6, but fairly reliably we're at 13. So I don't know. I got to call Comcast tomorrow. I don't stream tomorrow, so tomorrow will be a just see if there's any money I can throw at this particular problem where they can flip a switch and just like put me a little closer to the engine on the Snowpiercer, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, that's pretty wild because your feed to us looks pretty good.
He looks all right. He's actually a little blocky. I could tell when he did the speed test.
Yeah. You want to know what's funny is now you guys to me is super watercolors, but I see things pretty good here on the Twitch thing. So
do you want to just try hanging up and calling us back?
Yeah, we'll try that.
Yeah. We'll let him drop there.
Oh, I just realized I've been working out all day, and now I got the shiny face to prove it. I'll have to wash my face here in a bit.
It's looking good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that helps out.
Damn.
What did everybody eat today?
Had that Chick-fil-A. Can we trust Chick-fil-A? Do we trust food handlers?
If anyone's not gonna fuck it up, it's Chick-fil-A.
That's kind of my vibe.
Also,
because the people at Chick-fil-A look like they like working at Chick-fil-A. I can't say that about any other fast food restaurant. Like everyone's like kind of nice. It's like everybody's kind of the teacher's pet at a Chick-fil-A. Where, at Taco Bell, everyone's well. All right, before we go any further, we're gonna get into stereotypes, and it's probably not the best.
Food prep is relatively safe. Supposedly the containers are the thing you're supposed to watch out for. You're supposed to order something and take it home and put it in your own containers.
Well, I mean, in this case, like I can't eat it in the dining area, right? So, like, it goes literally from the boiling oil into the cardboard pouch into my mouth. So.
You eat it on the drive back?
I pulled over on the side of the road and just ate. Yeah. And he's like, I'm sitting here.
Oh, on the road, Brian would have eaten it on the road. Now you got old man.
I don't even know you anymore. Oh, man.
I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a minute.
I'll tell you, I ate today 4 meals. Like, there's just no stopping. I'm putting on that COVID-19. I'm getting fat, folks. I'm just letting you know. Like, there is, for whatever the existential dread and the fact that I'm never more than 5 steps from my kitchen. Like, there's never a moment where I'm just walking or leaving the house really for anything. Like, The most I go without eating is when I'm up on my roof drinking. That's pretty much it, because that's a long walk from there to my
Putting
my
on the COVID-19. Boy, you're not kidding.
No shit, dude. It's fucking, that's for real. Here's the thing. I will have burned all of my Netflix queue and a couple fucking pant sizes, because I am putting it on, baby. We're going full fat Elvis by the time that we're out of this quarantine.
You invented new sandwiches. Yeah.
Look, if there's a way to combine a lot of chicken. I made chicken soup. I ate chicken nuggets. I got hot dogs, because initially when everything was like scrambling, like I bought a bunch of stuff that I just knew it's like, all right, super easy to cook, super easy to eat, blah, 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 blah. And like, all that shit is like the shit that I would never eat if I was trying to stay healthy. So
Yeah.
it's like all rice and pasta and fucking hot dogs and shit like that. No, like we got salad and stuff like that, but initially that was all sold out at the grocery store. So I don't know, man.
I mean, salads last, what, 5 minutes after you take them out and they see the sun and they immediately wilt like a or like a blue cheese Tilton.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, that's definitely a fucking easily understood and remembered reference.
I guarantee you half the people in the audience remember that.
I bet you. No, yeah, he crumbles like blue cheese.
That was so great.
Change it, right? Because it was too mean. That was
Yeah.
like
What
of
did
the
we
show.
change it to?
Ninjan.
Ninja. That's right. Oh, goddamn.
But blue cheese Tilton was apparently that was a little bit too fucking 90s drive time radio, where they would just torture their fucking torture their sound techs.
He was a good sport.
He was, he was good.
Did you
hey, thank you so much for all the fucking subs and money.
Shit, yeah. Thank you very much, Kevin Mation.
Oh, hey, Brian, you going to download the FBI fitness app? Take it from the FBI. They'll tell you how to do crunches, sit-ups the way an FBI agent does. FBI agents are on the road a lot, Brian, and they got to stay in top physical fitness. That's why the FBI is offering the FBI app. Go ahead and download it right now, live on the show.
FBI stands for Fit Body Investigators. Let's see
Yep.
those pecs.
Physical fitness app.
Oh my god.
That also will ask you for location data, the ability to.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
Well, see, it uses the GPS for a more realistic experience. So, you know.
Yeah, it's
know.
Are you currently running from the cops? Because it looks like your heart rate is elevated and you're making about 6 miles an hour across property lines. Headed north by northwest. Tango Echo Bravo. I am en route. I mean, good job.
Yeah. Jigger Dad, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Jigger Dad. Fight for the Future says, in all caps, do not download this app. Jiminy. Apparently, this app is from 2018. It's been out there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They're looking ahead. Now they're like, shit, man, we got to get this out like at least 2 years before we launch the COVID.
I heard on a podcast today, and it's not a conspiracy theory, it's just funny weirdness stuff. The last two big Netflix hits were a show where people were trapped in separate apartments and could only talk to each other on social network, and a show where people were put into pods and could only talk to each other via voice and had to get married to find love.
Yeah. Oh, and then fucking their comedy Medical Police that came out 3 weeks ago is a procedural about a slapstick couple that's trying to find a terrorist that's putting out a global pandemic level disease.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. What
Something
does
that Netflix algorithm, man, it's more powerful than we think. Like at some point a year ago, they're like, yeah, we got to start. I don't know. There's a lot of these themes that we really have to start reacting to.
hashtag what
Then
does
they start
Netflix
looking at their back catalog and it's like, oh man, we spent so much money on nuclear bomb dramas. It's just, anybody know a guy? It'd be great if these got seen a little bit more.
Let me call my friend Kim.
What's funny is I immediately was like, Kim Wexler.
Did you watch yesterday's episode?
No, was it good?
Very good.
Yeah?
Really strong episode.
Okay, right on.
Intense. Better Call Saul is what we're talking about. Yeah, good stuff.
Here, I'm gonna tweak the temperature.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Hello, everybody.
Man, it's what a bummer that we got such the pipes. The pipes are clogged.
My pipes.
My pipes.
My pipes.
The fuck, man? What are we gonna do about these pipes?
My pipes.
Ride the half pipe. That's what.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In it and do a nose ollie.
Yeah.
With,
Doing the manual.
Yeah, doing a 450 a puncher man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You ever really get into the Tony Hawk games? Were you a Tony Hawk guy?
No, I didn't. Even though it's not that I didn't like. I mean, they're good. They're very good games. I think it was like, I remember renting them maybe, but I was never like own it and spend 1 million hours playing it.
Dude, I was SSX all the way, man. And I had it so bad.
Tricky.
Oh no, that was SSX Tricky, which I believe had the inferior soundtrack. The whole first, I actually burnt out a disc of all the SSX music. I dug it so much. The first one, with what's his name, Rozelle, the dude. He was like a beatbox guy, right?
Oh yeah. The human beatbox, Rozelle, of course.
Yeah. So he'd be like a backside 720 with a sailfish.
Yeah.
The only trick you ever knew. I believe there was one of those that Mixmaster Mike did as well.
Oh shit.
Oh, interesting.
So by the way, I don't know if we touched on this, but it happened again, Brian.
What did?
Twice in my life, I've bought tickets to go see Rage Against the Machine, and twice in my life, it has been taken from me.
Oh,
First
man.
time, it was Rage and Beastie Boys, and then fucking I forget which of the Beastie Boys broke his ankle fucking around. They canceled the tour before they could reschedule it. Rage broke up. And then they finally get back together for like a proper ass tour, not like just festivals and shit. And this goddamn global pandemic again with a rap group that I fucking very much are like co-headliners to me. Like Rage Against the Machine this time was going on the road with Run the Jewels.
Oh no shit.
And I got fucking perfect. There are these seats that I love because I'm old. At the Oracle Arena, now just Oakland Arena, I guess. But it's they're a little bit cheaper because they're like the literal back row of the lower bowl. So the upper bowl is kind of even above you a little bit, but it's right on the concourse. So you
could leave.
I can leave and go pee and fucking get another drink. Like it's like having, and also you're far enough away, and the acoustics in Oakland aren't terrible. But when you're at like that distance, you can actually hear the audio, and especially for rap shows where like you want to actually like appreciate the diction and stuff like that. It was a lot better.
Really get a sense of their meter and their timbre.
Yeah, well, and also it's like now I used to never
cadence.
shit about that with rap shows because rap shows live by and large kind of sucked. Like for a long time, rap shows were like, it was more about the energy and it was more about like everybody being in the same room when the beat dropped and singing along to the songs and stuff like that. But now rap acts actually show up on time. Normally my rule of thumb was like half hour for a rock act being late, an hour for a rap act being late. That was usually fairly set to it. And they all have like Kanye level like stage design. Like that rap was the last to do the like we're gonna invest in a lot of props and sets and stuff like that. It was like a kind of the aesthetic of like, nah man, we just need a DJ and microphones and 4 other guys that are also yelling the lyrics so it doesn't sound fucked up when someone's too high to rap. And now it's amazing. Like it's such a great show.
Enjoy that concert that you're definitely going to go to.
Well, no, it's canceled.
Oh.
Oh.
Aw.
0 for 2. I will never see fucking Rage Against the Machine.
Hey, don't you do that. I went 0 for 2 with Tenacious D, and you know what? I did see Tenacious D with Justin Robert Young, and it was pretty fucking dope.
Magical night.
So what you're saying is you guys need to buy a pair of
Yes.
a pair of tickets.
I will definitely go see Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, dude, yeah. Let me know. Whenever it happens, I assume it will. I hope so. It really depends. I mean, obviously, there's a few things going on, so as soon as that gets figured out. But I have seen other bands like announce rescheduled dates. For like tours that they've canceled. I don't know whether that they're just like fucking whatever.
Can't hurt. Like, also announce we're going to the moon. As long as we're just announcing.
Yeah, exactly, right? But then to fill the empty hole of my heart, I just fucking throw my chicken nuggets in my chicken soup and fucking
Dude, that is a sweet maneuver.
Time.
I take my chicken nuggets, I break them in half, because like a whole chicken nugget in a soup, that's a waste. You know, you want that maximum surface area to soup baste it.
Oh yeah, and you can get, you want that broth up in like the chicken, not just sogging up the bread. That's fine too, but you want a little bit of that.
God, now you're getting me all hungry.
Oh fuck, man! Let's go fat together.
You know what I did yesterday? So yesterday I was like, okay, I want to have chicken and some chicken ramen, some Marchan stove ramen. And I decided I would do this thing I had seen in recipes of like, oh, here's how to fancy up your ramen, which was cook the noodles in the water and then drain the water and then heat up a new fresh thing of water and then put the flavor packet in that. And that fucking sucked.
I was about to say, that sounds legit awful.
It was really bad. You need the starch. I'll tell you what, you need that starch in there.
Yeah. So what is the thinking for that? Like, no, man, it's about the noodles. You want to taste your 39-cent noodles.
I don't know. Maybe it's to make it taste a little more subtle, like real ramen kind of tastes. But.
No, man, I want that clown cartoon. I want to boil it with that packet in there, so the noodles all turn bright fucking yellow. It's the best.
I've never tried that. That's fucking good.
Oh yeah, no, it's great because they all turn translucent and they suck in all that MSG and shit. It's great.
See,
drop an egg on it. I'd be down for that.
I got a thing with eggs. I tend to do like
an egg.
What?
I can't fuck with an egg. I'm with you.
Yeah. I tend to put the water and the noodles in a bowl right after cooking, and then just put the flavor packet on top, like kind of try to spread it out, but don't stir it because as the noodles absorb it, then the top layer gets the flavor on it. And eventually it spreads out kind of everywhere, but the top layer of the noodles gets it, and then you get that real strong first couple of bites.
Man, look,
Noodle talk.
It ain't a contest, but
you
know I'll take that entire uncooked brick and I'll run it just very briefly under the sink so it all gets wet, and then you take that flavor packet and you just got to get a corner of that packet and you flick it like a sweet and low, like and it just get a little dusting over that, and fucking that's some savory cake right there. And you don't even need the whole packet because you're just straight up eating it. It's amazing.
That's some raw ass shit. Like I don't know if I could follow you there.
I'm seeing equal parts horror and agreement in the chat right now.
No, I don't doubt it that you could do it. I'm a soft noodle man. I'm sorry. Like, don't bring me some al dente shit. Like, I need it soft as baby shit. That's how I like my noodles.
One thing that is good if you haven't tried it is take the noodles after you cook them and put them in a hot pan and get a little fry on them.
Oh, that does sound good.
Yeah. But you got to be careful about how you because once you put it back in the broth, that kind of gets rid of a little bit of the fry. So you kind of want to overdo it a little bit without burn. Like it's a real particular timing thing. But when you get the bite,
That's a good. Yeah, that's I could see that being. You get a little chew, little pull, and the nudes love it.
Love it.
Let's open a restaurant.
Let's get some.
It's nothing
Right
but
now.
Maruchan noodles prepared one of 3 ways.
Exactly.
3 weeks ago, that would have been a very valid Austin, Texas food truck.
Yeah, no
Exactly.
kidding.
And if anybody has any fucking problems with it and they're like, oh, are these just fucking 99-cent noodles? We just wink. That's a company policy.
That's it.
But no, we know, but they know. But also $8. We take Square.
Oh my goodness, everybody! Oh wow, look at the time. It's already 9 o'clock. Anybody need
It is. It's go time.
need to go get a drink before we start?
Yeah, I'll do a preventative pee. It
all right,
prevents
Brian,
me
you
from peeing.
First.
Here, I'll be right back.
You go.
Reggie 33, is that on the Founders Day menu? When Founders Day is rescheduled, then I'm confirming that Bryce will make gourmet 99-cent noodles.
That's
for
right.
some.
You know the normal recipe I like to do for it, just so that we keep doing this, is I like to make a yin and yang ramen. So you cook it normal, but then you take some milk, put the spout right on the edge of the lip of the cup of the bowl. Dip just a little bit of the milk on the one side. Then you get a little bit of soy sauce, not a lot. Don't do too much soy sauce. Put it on the other side of the bowl, and then you have these 2 distinct kind of hearty flavors. The milk giving it a creamy sort of taste, and then the soy giving it a little bit more of that umami.
All right. How about number 1? When Founders Day is rescheduled, will you hold a silent auction to see who gets? How many ways can you make these noodles? What do you say? 3, 4?
Probably 3 or 4. Yeah, 3 or let's say 4.
A 3-course noodle, 99-cent noodle meal from Frugal Gourmet Bryce Castillo.
Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. We can
hold a little silent auction. We'll promote it here on the show.
Yeah.
And you get yourself a little bit, and then look, that's only for you.
What?
They also have to pay for the supplies. Now that's gonna be about $5, but whatever
bid plus costs.
plus $5. Plus $5. Because all that money, the money that they're paying, that goes to you. Plus supplies.
Because they were here. Oh shit. I gotta get a little thing of soy sauce. I gotta get a little thing of milk. I gotta get some green onions.
You do. These are all things that you need to get.
Gotta get all these things. Oh my goodness.
That's the most millennial thing ever. How to make cheap ramen taste good.
Yeah.
Or taste gourmet.
It's also like a super common. It's a very collegey thing. I feel like.
Well, also it's like to me it's a very internety thing because like that would have been the shit that probably would have went around naturally if we had a more ubiquitous, like everything had a recipe and there were YouTube series that were like showing it and dedicated to it.
Yeah.
I mean, back when fucking I was in school, the internet was basically just fucking Newgrounds. It was Newgrounds, and then like 3/4 of the way through, we got YouTube and Wikipedia, and that was pretty much the entire internet. Everything else was.
What was Newgrounds again? That was like a
Flash
forum?
games.
Oh, Flash games. That's right.
Flash games and
They were forums too. I mean, Something Awful, like all that shit.
Yeah, man. But in a pre-YouTube world, like Flash cartoons. I mean, remember? I'm sure we talked about it back in the day, like Icebox.com. You know, they had that Hard Drinking Lincoln and the dogs playing poker night. They also had oh man, Queer Duck. Do you remember that one?
Sounds familiar.
Queer Duck, he's intellectual. Queer Duck, he's homosexual. And then they had Bipolar Bear was one of the characters on it. And it was
Queer Duck, Bryce, is when we only had 4 to 5 gay people in the wild. Like
there were only
rest-
5 gay archetypes, and Queer Eye for the straight guy hadn't come out yet. So
right, that's right. See, it's interesting because like I feel like I was like
population exploded. But prior to that, 5 gay people.
Only
That was it. All that existed.
It
Yeah.
was max too. It was a slot based system too. You could only
Oh yeah, yeah.
one
it
in,
was-
one out. Well,
it was-
uh,
I'll be right back.
yeah. See, so but you didn't know much of the Newgrounds stuff.
No,
Brian. See, I feel like that was my growing up with Flash games was like Foamy the squirrel was like the big one.
Wait, and it was a game or a cartoon or
That was a cartoon. That was like a webtoon series. It was that the Super Flash Brothers who are like making shit for Disney now.
Oh wow.
Homestar Runner.
well,
Those guys went on and did like a bunch of Yo Gabba Gabba shit and a bunch of Disney stuff.
I think this was after you joined us or around that time when we rediscovered Acrophobia, the game where you had to have a contest of making up what an acronym was for.
Oh, okay.
It would like show 5 random letters, and then you had to make up what it was, and then everyone had to vote on the best one.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Yeah, and so it went away because this is back when they were making all their money through like mid-roll ads.
Oh, this was a website.
Yeah. And so it's from Jellyvision, the folks that did You Don't Know Jack. So they had like an online daily version of You Don't Know Jack that had.
I remember that. They were doing it on Facebook, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, no. Pre-Facebook. Facebook wasn't even a thing. This is 2000, 2001. And yeah, there it is. Acrophobia was another one of their games. They had another one that was a little bit sillier, but then there would be 2 or 3 ad breaks over the course of a game that were usually about like 10 seconds long, enough for them to say like there was one that was just an out of context quote. I think it was for the game Blade Runner, but all it said was it would say the words Blade Runner and it would be an out of context quote of somebody saying he say rule Blade Runner and so that's all because you can still type
that
during
iconic
it.
line.
Just every yes. It was very surreal, man. Different times.
Speaking of that old Blade Runner game, supposedly they are remastering it for modern consoles and systems.
Wait, this is the point and click adventure game?
Point and click one, yeah.
No shit. Well, I know they did that for Full Throttle and a bunch of the Scum games.
Yeah, Double Fine was doing a lot of like heavy lifting. Like they were like the Grim Fandango or Day of the Tentacle, where they did like remastered graphics. of it. I don't think that they're doing that. I think this is more like Night Trap, which is just like let's just
clean it up and get it up there. Yeah. Well, it was a different publisher than those guys, so it makes sense that they'd have varying quality degrees.
Talking about the Blade Runner. Did you ever play the Blade Runner game, Justin? Is
Blade
that
Runner
you?
game?
Blade Runner point and click game?
It's a game based on Blade Runner, the award-winning prequel to Blade Runner 2049.
This is old. This is like one of them point and click adventures.
That's
Yeah.
right. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Oh.
So, Blue Eye Ginger Southpaw says the game. Last I checked, it's available on GOG. It is, but I think that's like using like the bunch of their wine stuff that they use to try to make old games work as is. Where these are going to be new. These are going to be republishings on consoles too. So,
Man, apologies to everybody watching on video. This ear infection thing is, I think, becoming real. I'm gonna have to go see a doctor tomorrow.
Oh, you think you got an infection?
Well, for the first time, it's ever so slightly a little bit sore. Like it has not hurt at all. It's just felt clogged for 2 weeks, and then now it's like, all right.
Could it be because you had the headphones on all day?
Could be, but I would expect it to get better. But now, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be getting better.
Weird.
Oh wow, Tron 2.0 was a really good, cool game. That one introduced a bunch of it was first person shooter dynamics, and they had various types of discs. One that sort of resembled a shotgun, another that resembled an automatic rifle.
Y'all ever play, what was that Valve game that they made with the discs? Ricochet? Is that it?
No. Is it sort of like Discs of Tron?
Kind of, actually. So it was like a frisbee deathmatch style game. And so it was like a lot of platforming and neon colors, and you would throw discs at people. And
Yeah, dude, that is a lot like. I think I did play this at some point.
Preshow. All right, you guys want to do a show?
Yeah.
Bonnie said she would be joining
Yeah,
us. So
I wouldn't be too surprised if she got captured by the kids, but I would expect her to.
We won't negotiate with them. So
Yeah.
No, yeah, let him know right now. Fucking do what you will. We're not negotiating.
Oh, Tribes. Wow, I remember Tribes.
my dad fucking loves Tribes too.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was one of those people who was super stoked that fans revived Tribes 2 with like unofficial servers and stuff. I don't think he ever got into the newer one. Oh, that's not it.
Good show.
Good show, everybody.
everyone.
Tribes 2.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do a show?
Yep, feeling it.
All right, here we go.